Welcome back to Nap Time Builder. This is nap time. Not really, this is early morning, but you know, I'm nap time, I guess you'd say. Back on the 72. The last video I showed you, we cut out some of this floor, we patched her up, we sealed her up, we scuffed her up, we painted her. We got her shifter hole cut and ready to mount and all that, but we can't mount it yet. Can't mount it. I got some sound deadener. We're going to throw some sound deadener in her. Got some carpet come in. Hopefully it's right, you know, I mean, hopefully. And probably gonna try to put a seat in it. Also, I kind of don't really want to put that old nasty one back in there. I got one that I had bought for the 55, but you know, we kind of taking a break from it. A little too long of a break, if I'm being honest. We need to get back on it. But, you know, some things cost a little bit more than others, so you kind of got to detour sometimes. But I got 2 boxes. You didn't hear that. I'm dropping stuff. But this is one box right here. I got 2 boxes of this Silas. Probably not the way it's pronounced. Sound deadening material. Well, I didn't buy the cubes. It was a little bit cheaper to buy the roll, to be quite honest with you, and your boy's cheap. So this has had enough time to dry. It dried a few hours yesterday and overnight and everything, so she's good to go. I'm gonna start putting this stuff in. And I got me some little tools here that come with it. Of course, I hadn't taken it out of the plastic yet. There we go. Got some little tools to help roll her down in all the little creases and all that good stuff. And, you know, hopefully we can make her look all right. All right, so here's what she looks like. I forgot what thickness I went with, but I mean, anything will help. Better than it was anyways, right? So I'm gonna get her up here, probably right to the bottom. I might go right up under the edge of that rubber stuff there. Start peeling it off and start slowly forming her down, sticking to the floor and everything real good. Work her way back and we'll trim when we get close. I'm going to try to take it all the way back up to the hump there, all the way to the back, because our tank will sit down on that. And then I'll work my way throughout the floor here, taking it all the way back, and as long as we have enough, then we'll do all that's black back there also. All right, y'all, with all this dadgum mess here, we finally got her pretty much covered. There's a couple little small pieces here and there. But, you know, this is how much I got left from one roll. So, not too bad. So, as long as I don't use the other roll, I might actually be able to use it on the 55 over there. You know, maybe just worst case scenario, we'll have to get just a little bit more. But got my shifter in. The bolts are not completely tight, but the nuts are started. Nuts and washers are started on the bottom. It's kind of hard to hold up here and tighten down there at the same time. Kind of surprised I got them started to begin with. But she's there and she's not going to fall out. And now I guess I need to unhook the heaters and cut the lights off and go feed some hoodlums. So, probably won't be able to get back out here today because, like I said, I got the dinner later. And I'm sure that's going to knock my kids out of having a nap. Maybe I can run off for a little bit. Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. But that's the next step. I do have to get the shifter tightened down the rest of the way. Then I'll hook up the linkage on the bottom side. Still got to cut that one the little lever that comes down and connects to the linkage. It's a universal kit. And then here's the boot. The boot and the little beauty ring, whatever you want to call it. But that won't go on until carpet is in. Carpet is in that box. I think I will take it out of the box though and spread it out across the hood, maybe to let it start, you know, hopefully getting some of the roll out of it. So here's what she looks like. Watch me not be able to get this out of here one hand. Yep, she's stuck. Oh, almost. There we go. All right, I went with black. You know, why not? Obviously, this is the driver's side, so I'll have to spin her around when she goes in, and then we'll have to find just where exactly we'll need to cut our little small hole or whatever for the shifter. And also, before that goes in, I need to double, triple check, make sure if I'm going to use that seat or the one I had bought for the 55. So if not later this evening, I'll see you in the morning. All right, well, it ain't the next morning, it's the next afternoon because your boy didn't, apparently I didn't feel like getting up early this morning, and then when I did get up, we just had to start getting ready for church and eat breakfast, stuff like that. So after church, since I didn't get a workout in before church, after church, and when we laid the kids down, I had to get my workout in. It still ain't working, but, you know, whatever. We're finally out here. I did grab them seats I was talking about. They was in a parts truck out back, covered up. Inside, don't worry. But that's in the cab of another truck, covered up. I got them out here. Don't think they're going to work for this truck. I'm going to have to just leave them for the 55 over here. And this is why. Big part of it is because this one has the gas tank in the cab behind the seat. So obviously that leaves for even less room. Also, the floor in the 55 is pretty much flat all the way back. This one is not. She has a big hump. Comes down right there, and then it goes. Well, I got this one in here, and it's up against, like once she's sitting up, there's like maybe an inch between the back of that and the window. That is not enough room for a gas tank, I don't believe. I'd have to check to make sure, but even though, look how she sits. See all that hanging off the front there? I might have to throw my gas tank in just to see, but I really don't like the look of that either. Then you get up in this thing. Oh. And I'm sitting awful high, you know what I'm saying? Now, if we didn't have that big old hump and the floor was actually flat in here, it'd be a lot better, but this is terrible for this truck. So, might have to just leave these for the 55. And clean up our old seat as well as we can, and hopefully she don't stink no more after that, and all that good stuff. You know, maybe throw a seat cover on it or something. Make her look a little bit better anyways. But yeah, these ain't gonna work, unfortunately. These are out of a 2024. Let me see if I can get out of here. A 2024 Tahoe. third seat, I think it is. There's the other section. Sure, a little too heavy to be trying to test that one in there, so I tested the smaller one. You know what I'm saying? You understand? I'm sure you understand, because that's hefty. But I will go ahead and tell you, I ain't loading these mugs back up and taking them back out there. They're going to have to stay in here. And I might have to put some over them, because I ain't toting them big heavy suckers back and forth. It just ain't happening. So, you know. I guess we're going to take this mug back out and start looking at our carpet. And see how far back it goes. I don't know why y'all let me put that shifter in the hole over there, because it ain't like I'm gonna be able to get my carpet just right with the shifter in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm liable to screw up cutting my hole doing all that. But y'all let me for some reason. So, I mean, I didn't tighten them down, but, you know, I put the nuts and washers on them, so I'm gonna have to take that back out, take this seat out. We'll lay her carpet in there, see what she's gonna look like. Try to get her semi in place and all that jazz. See how far back it comes, because I'm not sure if it comes up over that hump and sets under the gas tank or not. I don't think it does, but it might. I don't know. So we'll see. Let me get the junk out and we'll see how she goes, okay? All right, and with some help from my beautiful wife for a couple minutes, I got the shifter actually bolted in, because, you know, your boy can't be in two places at once. I mean, couldn't be up here and down there too. So I got her in the cab, holding down on them bolts, making sure I didn't push them back out, trying to get them tight and everything. This is what she's turning out like. Oh, ain't she pretty? I could have turned the light on for you. You know, I didn't turn the light on for her either. That's rude of me. Look at her. Here's a look at her. Not too shabby. Got her bolted down. Like I said, this is a cheap one. She only locks up there in park. You got to push her down, bring her back neutral. The linkage is not hooked up to the transmission at the moment. When it does, the transmission will have to hold it in the other gears. So, you know, your boy went cheap. Next time I won't. Hopefully that'll work all right for us. Next time I'll go a little bit better, okay? I wasn't trying to completely go broke on this. I mean, I put new carpet in it. Does she really need a really fancy shifter anyway? I mean, it don't look bad. It's just the functionality of it. Might take a little getting used to. You don't want a bumper if she's in gear. I'm just going ahead and let you know. But I did use the whole screwdriver trick to burn the holes up through for the seat brakes and everything. I think I'm about to wipe my tank off, throw it in, bolt it back in, get it out of my seat over there. That way there's something else up in here that goes in here. And I might try to wipe that seat down, just see how nasty she is, because she'll look dirty, a little dirty. So let's wipe that tank down and sling her in here. All right, just got the tank in, mounted in. I am gonna have to run these lines, and a couple of these right here was a little messed up, so I'm going to get some rubber hose, or find some rubber hose small enough for them, and double check, make sure those original metal line's gonna be all right. But other than that, everything else is hooked up for the tank. She's looking pretty good, pretty good. Now, I did a minute ago say something about the seat after the tank, but I forgot about my trim pieces, and they're a little nasty looking. So I'm gonna try to give them a little wipe down and see if we can make them look a little bit better anyways. All right, so after a wire wheel and a little wipe down, they're not perfect, but there was never gonna be because they're, you know, they're old and in real shape. They could probably look better than this with a lot more work, but this is what we're going with. So let's, do you just toss them and they go in place, or? Nah, I'm probably gonna have to drill some holes seeing how I, did all that patchwork and everything. So see if I can get these in, if I can, or if I can't tonight. She's getting dark out there, and I ain't trying to get the wife to come out here and put a whooping on me or nothing. So I'm gonna test them out, and if I can't tonight, then I'll get them in the morning. Oh yeah, one last thing. Before you put them on, I believe the trim, or the my bad, the weather stripping actually needs to be on the door before you slide them on. So I bought some weather stripping. Let's see how well she works. All right. Got her trim in. I got it started on there, then I went around with a little rubber mallet, making sure I tapped it on. There's a, right in here. It's not wanting to, I might have to, sorry, I was looking at it and not the camera. So right in here, I feel like it could go up just a little bit farther, but it don't really seem to be grabbing it as well right there. But I went around and I guess you could do that too. But this fits decent. It'll seal her up a heck of a lot better than them old crusty ones I ripped off her. I got my sorry, down here, not over there. But got her little seal plate in. Here's some self-tappers that I had. Like, they don't stand out completely. They stick up just a hair further than I'd like them to. But honestly, it's fine. I didn't have no holes along through there anymore because I had to bring that patch like pretty much all the way to the edge. So, self-tappers it was. Now let me check the time and see if I'm gonna be able to do that side before I go in, because I might not have. Let me see. It's 2 minutes till 6 o'clock. I probably need to call it a night. But hey, she's making a daggum comeback, y'all. I mean, restoration of the inside has went pretty well. Obviously, dash, everything needs cleaned up. I have heard people say that dash pad is busted. I've heard people say you can take that pad off and they don't look bad up under it. I debated on doing that. Well, that one's coming off because it looks like crap. But if I end up running across one and I end up, not liking without one, I end up running across one, it's not way too much, then I'll worry about that then. But not saying we're gonna do it in this video, but we might, who knows? I mean, that gun. But I believe I'm gonna have to save that. I'm liking that little light. She only stands up, when you stretch her out, she only stands up about 32 inches. But it's rechargeable, and it really comes in handy when you're working in the cab there, and all these lights up here ain't doing you a whole lot of good. But I'll come out in the morning. Hopefully I can get my butt up, get me a workout in, be pumped when I come out here. Pumped energy-wise, and pumped that way, probably not. But hopefully we can do that, come out in the morning early, get started on this thing, get that other side weather stripping in, and seal plate. Then we'll clean up that seat. I think no, I don't have a bench seat cover. I might have to acquire one, because that thing ugly. That brand new carpet with them freshly cleaned seals and them patched floors, that brand new shifter and that brand new gas tank. I can't have the seat just looking completely terrible. We gotta do something. Did you hear that acorn fall out of the daggum She got too much padding. I feel like it's sticking out a little too far. You just gotta shut her real good. I hope I didn't break that. Did I break anything? No. No. She good. She good. Don't worry, I ain't gonna slam you this time. I'll see y'all in the morning. I'm gonna try not to lie to you this time. I'm gonna try to get my butt up. But, you know, I usually only get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Then I get right back to it. And this time of year, 4 or 5 hours of sleep don't always do it for me. If I can, every now and then, I'll get me a couple extra hours. But we'll see y'all in the morning. I'll stop rambling. I'll just ramble to you in the morning, all right? How about that? How about that? You know, whatever. Hey, she's coming along, though. We'll see y'all. Shut up, Zach. Shut up. Golly, always daggum talking. All right, we out here the next morning. I've been out here for a little bit. I've been trying to get around on TikTok, you know, in the lives and everything, talk to my people. But before that, I did get the weather stripping and the trim door seal over there on the driver's side. As you can see, and look a lot better than they did when I pulled them out. They ain't perfect by no means, but looks a lot better. All right, now, I need to, it's not really missing much padding. She's just dirty and stinks a little bit. Got a few things left in there. I need to take the vacuum cleaner to her and wipe her down. I might take a wire wheel to the seat brackets. You see how they're pretty crusty. Might take a wire wheel to them, hit them with a little black paint or something, you know, just to help them out just a little bit, you know, just to help them out. But yeah, I need to take a vacuum cleaner to all that. It used to be a lot worse, had a lot more of them holes and everything in there. And then give her a wipe down and hopefully get that in today. But honestly, after I get this cleaned up, I've been out here for a while. I'll just go ahead and tell you. After I get this cleaned up and everything, probably just let her sit and then come back out at nap time. Hopefully get her in. If we go anywhere today, I might try to find a seat cover. You know, won't be nothing special really, but anything will look better than that really, so. Let's see here. I mean, you know, we're not looking for perfection. I mean, look at that. Can't be, I mean, it'll dry and then it'll be faded looking, I'm sure. But, all right, probably gonna take a few of these if that's the case. If this thing wasn't showing padding there, I'd almost just hit her with a water hose, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a million times better right there. All right, so the top side's looking a lot better. I just vacuumed out everything I could out of the bottom here. I'm gonna take a wire wheel and hit these sliders and everything. Knock them out, knock the rust, or you know, the big stuff off anyways. Clean them up some. Probably hit them with a little spray paint just to help them out a little bit. You know, so hopefully maybe we don't ever just completely rust all the way through. See what we can do with them. All right, so after a wire wheel and a little spray paint, don't get too close, you might see a run or two, but you know what? It's whatever. She looked a lot better than she did. Now, we'll let that sit and dry. So, you know, I ain't trying to get no dripping paint on my carpet, even though the carpet's black and it'd be up under the seat still. So, I guess we'll let that do its thing, and then later on, hopefully we can get them kids and that. I'll come back out, sling her up in there. By the sound of what my wife just texted me, sounds like we'll probably be leaving sometime today. If that happens, then maybe I can slide by somewhere and get a cover for this thing, make it look a little bit better. I still wanted her cleaned up a little bit because she's looking a little ratchet, okay? A little rusty, a little ratchet. She's a little tore up. But she still got all of her foam. She ain't like got huge holes and everything. So it'd be all right. It'd be all right. So we'll see y'all later. All right, y'all, don't be mad at me, but I put the seat in. Y'all didn't need to see me struggling with that thing anyways, okay? But, you know. You know, this old seat ain't too bad. She's a little bouncy. But she's pretty comfortable. She bolted in and all that good stuff. I could not find... I don't remember if I told you or not. I could not find a seat cover that I liked at the parts store. Also, most of them's like over $100, and I ain't trying to do all that. I didn't like the look of none of them, and they was still that much, so, yeah, no. So, I got one ordered. It will most likely not come in before this video gets posted. If it does, then I'll sling her in. But I also don't understand. I forgot about that floor mats. Why didn't I look for floor mats when I was at the parts store? Anyways. All right. So, you know, those shifters over here, she's bolted in and all that. I need to get down there. Put the arm on the shifter that the linkage hooks to, and I will have to mark that arm and cut part of it off because, you know, it's universal and that thing is like way too long. So I'm going to have to trim her down a little bit. So I need to try to get that done, and that right there will probably finish out this video because I got some things are coming in the next one. Yeah, so I guess let's crawl my big butt up under this thing and see what that shifter looks like. All right, well, these two pieces used to be one, so you know, we chopped the extra off there, and this is what we're left with. Last time I looked, I was using the very top hole, so that's the only one I left. I'll throw that up in there. See how that's gonna work for me. And well, if it's still too low, then we'll drill us a hole up here and put her up a little bit higher. But make sure I grab me my little pins to go through my holes there. And maybe we can get this thing connected. Got that cut down. She's bolted up. Got a rod in. There's no play in it, so that's good. Rod goes straight up here. Whoop. Attaches it there. And she goes through all the gears. Right now, it's supposedly in park according to the shifter up top, okay? And then you have to, where was it? Is it pull down? Get out apart. My question is, I can't remember exactly. Like, you know, pretty positive this is a C4, but I've been wrong before. But with the shifter thing here, be all the way forward or all the way back in park. You know, asking for a friend. But hey, she's connected. Worst case scenario, I'll go up and have to swap that pin over to where my shifter locks in the other direction. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll see how she goes. But, oh my goodness gracious. But look, she's bolted in and linkaged up. And I'm going to stop getting in here so much until I get some floor mats, because I'm getting my carpet dirty. But here she is. She's locked in forward there. Push her down, bring her back, back. Oh yeah, it hits that last one right before she hits the seat, so we're good. I mean, you know, when we finally get some power to this thing, we'll figure that out. 100% certain. But it don't look, the shifter itself don't look terrible. I just don't really like the fact that it don't lock in every gear in the shifter's position. You know, it's relying on the transmission to do that. But I mean, you know, it's whatever. But y'all, in this video, we've done all of our sound deadening. We did our carpet. We got our weather stripping in. Our door seals got cleaned up. Got them thrown in. Finally got the shifter completely in. So, what's the next step? What's the next step on the agenda here? I do have a full wiring kit that just come in a couple days ago. So pretty soon we're gonna be tearing all the daggone wiring out of this thing. But before I do that, I have, you know what? I'll just tell you in the next video. How about that? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate y'all. You have no idea how much. I promise you that. I get excited every time one of y'all actually likes a video, because I don't get that many likes, especially on the long videos like this. But I really appreciate any of you that stick around and watch. Shoot me a comment. Tell me, you know, what you'd have done different or whatever, if you like what I did. I mean, she ain't gonna be no beauty queen, but I figured we can make her a little bit better than she was. We're keeping the outside patinaed, but it don't mean the inside can't, you know, get a little bit of an update anyways. Like I told you, I did order a seat cover. If it comes in before I have to post this video, then I'll go ahead and throw that in there. But if not, then it'll just have to be in the next video. So, we'll catch y'all later. I really appreciate you.